This is NFL football on Oak Mountain Media.
And welcome to the studio. Today we will be discussing NFL sports and how our fantasy football teams are doing. Abe, why don't you get us started?
Well, my team name, we got the Hungry Hippos. I'm 12-1 first in the league. Top three players, Jalen Hurts, Austin Eckler, Justin Jefferson. Things are going pretty well for me so far.
I'm Chase managing Chase's wonderful team, surprisingly. Top player right now, I think Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams are, tied for me because they each put up, 35 each week.
Yeah.
But Saquon was, popping off in the earlier part of the season. Then we got Patty Mahomes. You can't forget about Patty. It's just an overall deep team. We're sitting at, I think, 11-2. One loss to Abe and one loss to, I think it was the Trash Pandas early in the year, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe you got Moss. Sidney Hale.
I think it was, yeah. So Peyton Swan managing the Trash Pandas. Probably top two players right now. Probably A.J. Brown and Stephon Diggs. Putting up 20-plus points a week, which is really big from a wide receiver. But big things coming out of Philadelphia with them being 11-1. What do you think, Abe?
I'm an Eagles fan myself.
Yeah.
So
Tell us that story, Abe, why you're an Eagles fan.
Okay. So I was maybe 6 years old. I walk outside. There is an Eagles beanie on my mailbox. I grabbed the beanie. I wore it for 3 weeks straight. Been an Eagles fan ever since.
It was meant to be.
Inspirational story there. Thank you.
Yes.
3 weeks straight, no washing?
It's a beanie.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I know.
I guess.
I know.
And I'm Olivia Varnado managing Juju Lemon. And I would have to say my top two players are Travis Kelce and Nick Chubb. Doing pretty good. Leading my conference, the West, and I am 9-4, so I'll take it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Stephon Diggs, number one in his position. What's A.J. Brown? He got to be top 5. Your two receivers, Peyton?
Gotta be. I've been really, really happy with him this year, even though I'm 6-7, and I'm really fighting for the playoff spot. But I think we can make it into the playoffs. I think it's a 76% chance I'm in the playoffs this week.
Yeah, all you need to happen is you lose and Jack loses against Abe, who has not lost a game in, I think, 6 weeks. So, and that was only to me when I put up 156 points.
Yeah, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. But then if he somehow beats Abe, then you have to beat me. But I am on a 10-game win streak or something like that.
I don't think I'm going to beat you. I have a real problem with drafting players. I don't know who's going to be good and stuff. So I think I make mistakes in the drafting stage.
I draft Saquon every single year. He was awful the past 2 or 3 years, because he's injured or whatever.
Injury first week of the season.
He can't get injured this year, right? That's what I think every year. It actually worked this year, guys.
Wow.
It actually worked this year.
See, I had that same curse with CMC, and he still gets hurt.
Oh my
he
gosh.
still gets hurt regularly.
I just don't touch
One
him
thing that's
anymore.
surprising me about the Trash Pandas, why do you have Josh Allen on your bench?
Because I got Kyler Murray playing quarterback.
Kyler Murray's projected 17 points.
What is Josh Allen?
Kyler Murray.
21.
Josh
Oh
Allen?
yeah, gosh, yeah. I need to make that.
I don't think this should happen.
It's Josh
any
Allen.
week.
Well, I
Jaden.
just got him this week.
Oh,
from a
okay.
trade. So.
Via trade.
You just got Josh Allen or Kyler?
I just got Josh Allen.
What was that trade?
I think I traded a defense and another player. I can't really remember.
Wow.
Kyler Murray's doing pretty good. His
Well,
team is just falling apart.
I don't know what's going on with.
Yeah, they're just all turning on each other right now.
Yeah,
20
him and
points for
D-Hop, they were weren't they 7-0 last year?
I feel like
Yeah.
something like
They're
that. Now they're fighting on the sidelines. Things are not looking too hot.
Yeah. That division is, let's see, who's in there? It's Cards, Seahawks. I think they completely flipped. I saw something, and 2 weeks ago, the division was exactly the opposite as it was this time last year.
Yeah, the Super Bowl champs are last in the division, 3-9.
That's crazy.
Because Odell's hurt, bro. Odell's hurt.
Didn't he get traded or released?
No, he's looking for another team. He's probably going to be released. I'm joking. It is not Odell Beckham's fault that they are 4-7 or whatever they are.
Did y'all see Baker Mayfield got released, or he asked to be released?
He asked?
Yeah, well, he was going to be second string.
To Sam Darnold. How do you get benched for Sam Darnold?
Because he wasn't putting up good points the whole year. Me being a Carolina Panthers fan, I'm very disappointed in my team this year.
That's a bold statement.
Very disappointed.
I think Baker Mayfield peaked maybe his second year in the league.
Yeah.
Actually, he peaked on his progressive commercials, let's be honest.
And it's Hulu. Hulu has live sports.
Hulu has live sports.
I mean, we've missed quarterbacks in the last 2 drafts. The Carolina Panthers. We need to pick up a quarterback. I don't know what's going on in the executives, but something needs to change. Because it's just getting frustrating. It's the same thing happening every single year.
I think he wants to go to San Fran, but I just don't know if that'll happen.
Yeah, that will not happen. I mean, Jimmy G's out. He got the surgery.
They have two starting caliber quarterbacks on the IR right now.
I know.
They do not need any more quarterbacks.
And they're playing the last pick from the last year's draft.
Oh yeah, Mr. What's it called? Not incoherent.
Incoherent.
Mr. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Mr. Unknown. I don't know.
Irrelevant?
Anyway.
Yes, Mr. Irrelevant.
That's
it.
the word. Way to go.
Incoherent.
I think the biggest story, though, my bad, guys, in the NFL this year is the NFC East. They are they're trash every year, but now I think every single one of their teams is going to make the playoffs.
Even the Washington Commanders?
Even Washington, bro. I mean, all of them are at least 500. None of them.
They're over 500.
Yeah.
I think the Commanders are 7-4.
They're 7-5.
7-5.
They surprised me. They've been looking good.
I really like the
They tied the Giants.
I like
Sunday.
the helmets they had a couple weeks ago. It was the black and
I like when they do the vintage
yes,
uniforms.
I like the vintage uniforms. Those are really nice.
But then, first of all, I don't see how the Giants are good this year.
Having a winning season for the first time ever.
And the Cowboys are not choking it away.
I mean, they were
but it's not the
Yeah.
playoffs yet, so they're just
They
going
were
to go out
5-1 at one point, right?
Yeah, they were something ridiculous. I think they started out 5-1.
I mean,
The Jets are looking pretty good too, and that's
the Jets
rare.
are really, really nice.
Every
this year.
team in the East, I think, might make the playoffs.
I
AFC
agree, yeah.
and NFC East. Patriots are last in that
Yeah, I was
division.
about to say
Yeah,
Patriots
they're
are
6-6.
Exactly. So they're all 500 too. I mean, that's ridiculous. And then you look at the other divisions, and it's Minnesota on top of the NFC North.
Yeah.
Everybody else is gosh awful, so bad.
Every
Everybody else
single
is
conference,
so bad.
every single conference except for the NFC and AFC East, their bottom 2 players are below 500. Or teams, bottom 2 teams are below.
I mean, that's usually how it is.
yeah, but that's insane.
I mean, what do you guys think of Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and they're barely 500 this year? What do you think about that?
They're gonna turn that around. That is the worst division in the league,
Oh, by far.
the NFC South.
Yeah, agreed.
So, I mean, and you got Tom Brady on that team, they're going to turn that around. I don't know if y'all saw that Monday Night Football game.
That was really something.
When they drove down the field twice,
last
2
night?
minutes left to go. Yeah.
Whew, that was a great
That was
game.
ridiculous. I don't know how you let that happen as the
Yeah.
New Orleans Saints. That is
I mean, they have
really
a pretty
bad.
good defense, if I can remember, right?
The Saints always look good, but then they just aren't.
I like
They
their
always
helmets, though.
feel good.
Yeah.
They always feel like they're going to be good.
Well, I mean, ever since
They
they lost
always
Sean
disappoint.
Payton, ever since they lost Sean Payton as
And
their head
Breeze.
coach, and Breeze,
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, now it's just put your head above the water and try to do something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's really something.
See, that NFC South is up for the taking by anybody. The
Yeah.
Buccaneers on top are 6-6. And then below them are the Falcons.
I mean, Falcons
I
were
like the
decent.
Falcons. I just wish they could get it together because I really do like the Falcons.
Olivia, who's your favorite team?
Well, my mom lived in Georgia, so she pulls for the Falcons, so that's usually what I go with.
Chase,
But
what about you? Steelers?
Steelers
Yeah,
all the way.
Steelers.
3-game win streak, baby. Making the playoffs. But Matty Ice not being on those Falcons anymore, they just took a downturn. You completely forget that Matt Ryan won MVP and the Falcons were on top of the league.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gosh, they should have won that game.
28
and
3.
he's
Are you kidding me?
he's hurt too. He's hurt at the Colts, and I think he might be out for the season. I think I don't know if it was a foot injury. I feel like it was a foot.
I don't know,
feel
but
like every
they had him benched for parts of this year. So I mean, Colts don't know what they're going.
Yeah.
with.
Colts are not.
Oh, he had a it was an ankle. I think it was an ankle sprain.
something like that. But that division is not good either. It is just the Titans, and then
Got the
nobody
Texans
else.
at 1-10.
Gosh,
Like,
what happened to him, bro? Well, okay,
it
we
had
all
to
know
be
what
Deshaun
happened, but
We
Watson.
do
It
know
had
what
to be
happened.
Deshaun Watson.
losing their starting quarterback, and then they lose J.J. Watt, who I guess wasn't very good anymore, but that was like your name guy.
Yeah.
Outside
And
of
now,
Deshaun.
name one player on the Texans. Like,
You can't.
exactly.
Damian Pierce. I had him on my fantasy team.
Oh, yeah.
I had
I had him on
him.
my fantasy.
If you ask somebody who didn't play fantasy football but still followed the NFL to name somebody on the Texans, there is no earthly
No.
possibility.
Damian Pierce is all that I got. Like, that's it.
I would not have gotten that.
I only know that because he put up like 30 points like 2 weeks in a row on the Texans.
Yeah.
And then I picked him up, and then he put up 5, 4, 3.
I love when that happens.
Like the single digit
It's like,
points. I
it's
can't
like when
stand
I
that.
traded for Mark Andrews, week 7, middle of the season, and then the next game he put up like 0.4 points, and then he got hurt.
It's like rolling the dice. I feel like I don't know which players to play because like all of them could do well.
Yeah.
So like it's really just
So
like
you gotta
rolling
look at
the
that boomer
dice.
bust chance. Yeah.
Like I don't know if Jalen Waddle's going to do well this week. He had 1 point last week on my
Yeah.
bench. Like I don't know what else to if I should put him in or not. But I kind of have to because I got some people on bye this week. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I put Devontae Smith on my bench, he scores at least 30 points. But when I put him in, it's like 10, 5. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I think
they just got like tons of players on that.
He played
Eagle
really
team.
good
Yeah.
last week, though,
Peyton
right?
He
knows
did,
they
yeah.
got A.J. Brown.
and I was really happy with my team last week. I mean, my defense, the Browns defense, had 31 points.
that,
Yeah,
that,
that
was
was-
crazy.
Like 3 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions. Like I mean, they played Houston, so I mean, I guess you can kind of
Yeah.
you
And
understand.
Olivia had Dallas.
Cowboys defense was trying to win it for me. They really
That
were.
game was crazy. It was
the
like,
just, like,
the
kept
last
going.
5 minutes.
oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
I think it was like 33 unanswered in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I looked at that score and I was like, oh my gosh, they just absolutely destroyed them.
It was so bad.
yeah.
But my team, I am really happy with how this team turned out.
Yeah, you have like a monopoly on.
Yeah, because
Fantasy
all the good
football.
players.
Jack's team traded you 3 of his best players
Yes,
for Cooper
early in
Kupp.
the year, biggest trade in sports media fantasy football history. I trade
real.
Cooper Kupp for Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, and George Kittle.
That's crazy.
What was he
must have
thinking?
really wanted Cooper Kupp.
I
And then
guess
Cooper
he
Kupp
did.
proceeded to get hurt.
No, but he was doing good. Like, I mean, he was putting up Cooper Kupp numbers, and I was
Obviously.
like, is this worth it? But now Devontae Adams is averaging like 22 points per game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous.
What is he ranked in the NFL?
He is second at receiver. Oh my gosh.
Which
I
is
didn't even
crazy to me
realize that.
because I have Justin Jefferson, and Justin Jefferson is averaging 22 points also, and his position rank is 4,
Really?
You know
That's
who's 3?
shocking.
which is so shocking because
Tyreek Hill is 3, and he's on my
is
team.
insane.
Tyreek is doing really, really well this year.
He is, yeah.
He reminds me a lot of like Cade George. Remember Cade? He
Yes.
reminds me so much of Cade.
I think that a lot. But,
Yeah.
I mean, now he's on the Dolphins.
I
And you're
can-
going to get – if you're a player of Tyreek Hill's caliber and you're on the Dolphins versus when you're on the Chiefs and they had Travis Kelce, when they had all their other guys, Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting touches, now he's that guy. He is
Right.
that dude.
He's going to put up those numbers. And
Yeah.
Tua all of a sudden decided to turn it on this
Yeah.
season, and he's a for real MVP candidate.
I mean,
Yeah,
Miami
he's looking good.
Miami started really, really strong this year. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they came out of nowhere. I was really, really surprised. And with like the head coach, I really like that new head coach
Yeah.
for them. He's
Poor
really
Tua
cool.
can't catch a break.
Yeah,
Keeps getting hurt.
he's the only. I think he's
What-
like. Is he the only lefty quarterback in the league?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What do we think about our fantasy football playoffs? How do we think those are going to go down?
So the podcast we have right now, Abe, you're 1. I'm 2.
Nope, Juju Lemon is 2
Juju Lemon.
That's right.
because she's
I'm
in a
2.
different
She's-
division.
Yeah, she's number 1.
I'm top
okay,
of my
okay,
division.
whatever.
But I'll get third
she's,
overall.
She's quote 2.
Quote 2. Okay, Abe is
All
12 and
right.
1. I'm 11 and 2. Olivia's 9 and 4, and Peyton is 6 and 7. And like we said, if Jack wants to make the playoffs,
He's got to
he
beat
has to beat
the
Abe.
juggernaut.
And Abe is on a 4-game win streak, and the only team that's beat him is me. and I'm on a 10-game win streak.
I was
don't see it
really
happening.
close last
Oh yeah,
couple
last
weeks to
time me and
beating
Peyton
him.
played. Oh, that was a
Like,
game. I low-key
it-
want to lose next week, so you will hop me for to go to the 1 seed. So then I'll play Juju Lemon.
Yeah.
And I beat Juju Lemon by
Yeah,
a solid
you're probably
15
gonna beat
points
me.
last week.
Yeah, but Peyton, if Najee wouldn't have gotten hurt,
I think I
Hey,
would have.
I think Peyton only lost by
It would
like
have
5
been
or 6.
it would have been game.
All right, so let's do Super Bowl predictions. Who do we think's making it? Abe, you take it first.
All right. I think personally Bills and Eagles. Bills, Eagles, Super Bowl.
I rate
That's
that.
very
I rate
valid.
that.
Yes.
That would be
I think Eagles are
great.
going to choke it.
I don't think we will.
I really hope the Eagles don't. I'm going Chiefs and Eagles.
Okay.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, you
take
heard
them,
me.
Peyton.
I really like the Bills because they just seem the most solid out of the AFC, and for the NFC, really the Eagles are really, really hot, and I really like that team. But another dark horse could be the Cowboys, but like they've lost like
That's
3
what I was
games.
thinking.
Yeah,
too.
I'm
Like
pulling for
Cowboys.
the Cowboys.
And the Eagles, can their offensive firepower get them through?
I think so. I mean, they got weapons. I mean, they got
got-
AJ
Yeah,
Brown.
they
But
do.
they're not. I
Jalen
don't think
Hurts
they're
is-
Jalen Hurts
dominant.
Is a #1 MVP candidate.
You
right
look
now.
at their games; they're not beating people the way the Chiefs are. I
Yeah.
think so. I think Chiefs make it. I mean, there's just nobody that can beat them. I feel like.
Yeah.
And then I'm going Chiefs Cowboys. I'm saying
like
it.
that.
I'm
that's
saying it,
kinda
guys.
what
Wow.
Chiefs Cowboys.
I really am rooting for the Cowboys.
Cowboys and a Super Bowl would be so weird to me.
Imagine Chiefs and Bills again, like the game they had last
Yeah.
year in the playoffs.
The weirdest Super Bowl would be Dolphins and Eagles. to
Oh my
me.
gosh!
be
Anybody
a lot.
from that division besides the Bills?
It would be insane.
All
That
right,
would be
guys.
insane.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at OakMTN Media. And we will see y'all next time. Thank you for listening.